Hey everyone, welcome to another transformation video. This is the Mastermind Creations Perfection Series PS-22 Ventus. The last member of their protector bots. We're going to go ahead and transform him how he's in the box, which is robot mode here. We're going to go then into vehicle mode and then combined mode and then back to robot. So, start things off. First off, make sure to take the head here and rotate 180 degrees like so. That, and then right here what you want to do is unhook the propeller blades right here and from the backpack like that, and just kind of keep them down like this and just kind of leave it hanging like there. You want to take this piece and you want to bring this out right here and then bring this up over top, and this will just kind of sit there like that. You kind of actually want to leave it a little bit higher because they tell you to put it in immediately, but you don't really want to do that quite yet. Now down here at the hands, what you want to do is make sure the hands look like this, with the fingers fully closed up and the thumb right here. Then you rotate the hand 90 degrees. And you open up this panel right there. This panel right here on the forearm. I'm going to open that up and slide the hand, put the hand in like that. And right here, what you want to do is then go ahead and take this piece right here, this the kibble. There's a little slider right here at the biceps joint. You want to slide it out. Should slide out anyway. Want to make sure to slide that out and then rotate the forearm at the bicep. You want to rotate the arm 180 degrees around like that. Gonna leave it like that for now. We'll come back to it later. Same thing on this side. Open this forearm. You open up the forearm, rotate the hand 90 degrees, collapse it into the forearm. Make sure it doesn't catch on the process. Doing right now because I didn't have those fingers fully closed. And then what's going on here? There we go. Wasn't going in. And again, yeah, right here at the same thing. Make sure to slide the kibble out. And rotate the forearm 180 degrees like that. Now what you want to do here is this chest piece. What you want to do is unclip these side pieces plus this little piece right here. Right here, you want to unclip that, bring it forward like this, and then collapse this in like that. Same thing. Bring that forward and collapse this in like that. And then this whole piece, all this will raise up, and this will go up in here. Make sure it clears. Make sure it clears this bit right here. This is why I was like, yeah, make sure it clears this bit, and then it'll should make sure that's all the way, and then close it up in there like that, and then you can rotate this up in there like that, and then the front of the front should more or less look like this for now. Right, so coming down here, what you want to do is then slide this panel down right here. You want to slide all the way down and flip this down right here like that, and then bring this out and just kind of leave that there for now. And then right here there's a whole slider right here for the central body. Well, actually what you want to do before you do the slider is right here you want to bring this up now to like this, and bring this piece out right here and bring this up that, bring this up and bring this part down, close these up over top, and then bring this down. This peg right here will go into the little hole right there like that. Just kind of leave that hanging out right there. Right here there's a slider. You want to go ahead and slide this whole thing forward like that. See? Again, I want to show that again. Slide that whole thing forward like that. Right? Right. Arms are also on little sliders. You want to bring them out right here on the bicep swivel, or not bicep, butterfly joint, and slide them down like that. And you can see, hopefully, I slide it down like that. What you want to do right here is make sure this all. See, right, this piece right here, yeah, right here. I'm gonna go ahead and unfold this right there. Then kind of unclip it from here like that. Yeah, I'll kind of unclip from that bar. And rotate the whole thing around like that on that piece right there. Rotate it all around like this. Bring this part out. Right here at this pin, you want to rotate the whole thing around right there, like that. Go ahead and bring the arm around on the shoulder joint, like that. And then bicep piece, you want to make sure it's all lined up. That right here. It's going to kind of make sure you'll have to move it into place and eventually be a, kind of just leave that for now. Now same thing on this side. Yeah, right here, back here. Bring this panel out right here, rotate that down, then clip this panel, rotate it 180 degrees. Rotate 180 degrees, like that. Bring out the landing skiff, like that. And rotate this whole panel right here, like that, and then rotate the shoulder. And then rotate the shoulder here, 180 degrees, like that. And bring this around like that. And this will kind of go around. And we're just going to go ahead and leave this for now because, yeah, it's a little easier to come down to the legs now, believe it or not. Now down here at the legs, you want to go ahead and untab this part right here, bring that down. And then take the side skirts and bring those up against the waist, like that, all the way. Then rotate right here below the tabs. Actually, untab this first. Yeah, bring that up right here. And then rotate below the tabs right there. See this lower joint right there. You want to rotate there like that. And then this piece right here, you're just gonna kind of let's get it out of the way like this for now. Just kind of get it up and out of the way like that. Then bring this up. And this will tab in up on those tabs right there. You want to go ahead and bring the hip skirts up like that. See, this will kind of sit like this, and this will kind of all sit like that. All right. Down here at the legs, what you want to do here is for the legs, to collapse them, you're supposed to push these little half circles. You're supposed to push those in on each side on each leg. Push those in, and then it should let you collapse the thigh like this. Slide it in. Like that. You can be a little stubborn sometimes. You just push those both in on both sides, and then collapse the leg like that. And down here at the shins and everything, what you want to do is bring this down right here. Slide it right there, like that, the toe. Bring this part down and then rotate it like so it looks like this. Like that. And then what you want to do is untab this outer panel right here. Bring it out like that. And then this right here, there's a little peg right here. This goes in. Unpeg it from there and then rotate it around right there. And extend this all out like this. You rotate it around, and these pits right here will feed into little slots on here, like that. See, they fit in like those slots right there, like that. And right here at the tail, you want to go ahead and bring that out, and then rotate this out right here, like so. And this little thing right here, you want to bring this around, and this will clip in. That will kind of hold this to the tail extended, like that. It's one side done. Pretty much the same thing on this side. You bring this down, slide it back. You bring this up right here, and you rotate it like this. Again, untab this whole panel right here. Unpeg this. Rotate it around. Extend this out at the same time. Bring it around. Feed these into those little gaps. Then again, untab this and bring this up. Bring this back and clip that in. Bring this out. Bring this back as well and bring this up right there. Feel the tail fin a little bit. At this point, you can go ahead and tab these all together, like so. That. Tab the whole rear end like this. Make sure these are tabbed over top of that like that. And then what you want to do, right here, there's a rotation joint right here. You see that? You want to bring this down. This might, have to clear this a little bit. You might have to bring these in a little bit just for clearance's sake. Bring this in. This will kind of sit like that, and then bring the legs back like this. And inside here, what you want to do is make sure to fold this down like that. So it's going to fill in that gap right there. Like that. See, it all should look like that. Then you can go ahead and close this stuff up now. What you want to do is you're going to rotate here. You're going to rotate to this joint right here. You're going to bring these in. And just make sure to also swing. These panels have to swing out on this thing. And this tab right here is going to go in the little slot right in there. And on top of that, this tab right here is going to go in a slot up here. And yeah, you want to do this one at a time. It makes it a little easier. This is probably the most annoying part of the whole transformation. Is this, honestly, this bit right here is getting all this lined up perfectly. And this will tab in right there. This whole panel stuff will tab in the side right there, like that. And you see that pegs in there, like that. And if you want to put the gun in, this is where you do it. I'm not going to do it here because I have not done this. I'm not going to do this while there's a camera between me and the figure. But yeah, this is where you put the gun in right here. If you want to do this, make this easier on yourself. That wasn't fully tabbed in. Yeah, then basically the same thing on this side. Bring it, basically collapse this all in. Collapse this all in. Make sure to get clearance right there. That will tab in. This should tab in as well. Hopefully, tabbed in. You see these panels right here need to also clear and tab in right there and back here and everything. Those will all tab in. Then you can take this piece and bring it down. I don't think this that moved up position. That's why. Okay. Bring that down right there. Since I have alignment here. I think I accidentally pushed that in a little bit. Yeah, I pushed that in a little bit. There we go. Bring that all in like that. So, and then right here, now that you've gotten that taken care of, you can then bring the legs up right here, fold, and then fold them right here as well. Basically accordion this in like this. Accordion that in. These tabs right here will go into little slots on these panels right there. They might open a bit in the process, but don't worry about it. Make sure it's all in right there. Then you can bring this down right here, like that. And now for cleanup, right here, the rotors, what you want to do is bring these back down and then rotate them. You see there's a rotation point right there like that, and then see, rotate out, and then these will clip in right there like that. This tail rotor, what you want to do is rotate it to the side right here, and then slide one of the rotor blades, then rotate it around. See these little, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there's little squares on there. You want to rotate them so those squares might line up, and then slide them out as far as you can, both of them. And once those squares line up, or those notches lines that line up right there, once those squares line up, slide it out. That will allow it to freely rotate and, you know, stay in place as long as it's slid out. Both of them are slid out all the way. Like that. And then right here at the landing skiffs, you want to rotate those so they look like that, and like that. And then finally, here are the sliders. You want to go ahead and slide these like that, and like that, and like that. And once you've done all that, there you go. There's Ventus in his vehicle mode. Which, yeah, as you saw, there was a couple of spots you got to be mindful of, but overall, it's not horrible. It's just, again, you got to do a particular order to things, or else it's going to go real bad for you. So, getting him into combined mode. Or, yeah, the arm mode right here. Which your first thing is take the skiffs here and just slide them back together. There's not really the annoying thing about these is there's no real, like, locking point. So it's like they can accidentally be slightly out of alignment. So you got to try to get them in the middle, these like bits in the middle as much as possible. Slide them inward. It's like no mark or anything. This is like just a little notch or something to make it a little easier to see if you got it lined up properly. But yeah, do all that. And then back here, you know, taking the tail rotor and sliding it in and rotating that around and sliding them both in and rotating that up right there. Like so. This right here, you go ahead and just bring this up right now. Like that. Bring it up. And untab this and bring this out right here. Like that. Before we work on the rest of the leg stuff, right here, go ahead and start untabbing the sides. Yeah, bring these out. Untab these bits. Bring this out a bit. You're going to have to, unfortunately, you have to untab these just for the sake of getting stuff out of the way. You have to get these, basically untabbing just for getting these out of the way. So you have to get this all untabbed right here, like that. Yeah, clear the arms out like that. Now, right here, what you want to do is bring this up. Bring it all the way up right here. See that this thing, this is the combiner thing. You want to bring it all the way up right here. Didn't want to do that yet. And bring it all the way up here and bring it down like that. It's going to be sitting like lower like that. Because, okay, and again, in helicopter mode is up here. See, it's all the way up against the edge here. Rotate it all the way up like this and then bring it down. You can see now it's sitting lower. See, now it sits lower. So that's where you want it. And then right here, what you want to do is then bring this up and bring these down like that. Bring it down to this hinge right here at the waist. Slide this in. I'm going to slide this in like so. Make sure this is clearing. Slide that in right there. And then you go ahead here and rotate this all around. So then you can untab this and bring this out. And before you bring this together, what you want to do, before you would bring this stuff together, you want to make sure this stuff's all cleared down. Yeah, you want to make sure... this, bring sure to close up these hip flaps right here. Then bring this down a bit, and then bring this down, get that out of the way. And then right here, what you want to do is these hip panels right here, you want to go ahead and get these before you get them back down all the way. You want to bring them down a little bit, just to get clear stuff, and then also rotate below the hip panel piece like this. So yeah, this bit looks like that. And then bring the hip panels all the way down. Like that. And then you bring this up and this will tab in right here like that. I'll just tab in right there. And we'll just leave the rest of it for now. Now then we can go ahead and right here and then go ahead and close this all up. Yeah, bring in the arms. And close up the arms again. And then right here, instead of tabbing into this panel, now that's slid, you want to tab right here. The tabs go into little slots right here on the combiner thing. And again, if you want to, this is also if you want to store the gun in combine mode. This is where I recommend getting it at least partially attached. It's right here before you bring in both arms. And then yeah, bring them in, tab them together, and tab them into the combiner port. Like that, bring it all in, tab it all in right there. See, now it's all secured. Right here, these landing skips, you want to go ahead and rotate them like this. Like that. And then back here, what you want to do is this bit right here, you want to make sure this is lifted up, and then this you're going to kind of feed into here in a way like more or less like that or something. It's kind of weird because you have to get this all lined up kind of correctly. There's like, this doesn't like tab into anything, which is a little annoying, honestly. And just kind of get it kind of sitting like that. Then here, what you want to do is split this part right here. Split that. Bring this up right there. And fold and unpeg this. Fold this around, and these tabs will go in those slots. Like that. These bits right here, when you take the helicopter blades and undo those and then rotate them like this. Like that. And you go ahead and bring this down right here. Tab that in. And then right here at this double hinge, lower hinge, you want to collapse backwards and bring this up like this. And this little thing right here, this little tab will go into a little notch right there. Like that, holding it in place. So you want to kind of hold it like that. So it just sits there like that. Now down here at the leg stuff right here, what you want to do here is rotate this like here, right like that. Make sure this square part is facing the right side of the helicopter. So it's looking like that. And then go ahead and split the whole back section of this helicopter right here, right? And then you take this, you want to rotate this down and rotate this right here. Take this little lever, undo that, bring it down, and then rotate this around, and this will tab in right there, like so. And then what you want to do is undo this bit right here. So you can then take this piece, you want to extend this forward, bring it down, and slide it back. This right here, you want to rotate up like that. Take the fist here. That will rotate around like there, right there, like this. And then you can also close this up right here. Close this up right here, and then right here again. See it right here, I think. Yeah, this peg will go into that peg hole right there. It's all straightened out, and make sure to bring this up right here as well, and that will close up right here. Close that in so it's nice and even. Then this right here, this will make sure this came undone. here. This right here will then close up and tab in right there. This tab right here will go into a little slot right there and whatnot. We'll tab in right there like that, and then you can hold and make sure this collapses in like that. Right here, and that's pretty much one side done, almost done. What you also want to do here is then bend this so you can get in here and close this up right there like that. And mostly the same on this side. You go ahead and bring this back, rotate this around, tab it in, make sure to collapse that piece. Open that up. Bring it out like this. Bring this up, bring it forward, that down like that. Close this up right there. Make sure that doesn't get in the way. Rotate this up like in there like that, and then peg that in right there. Make sure that's still open. Open this up. Rotate the fist around. That's the wrong way. No, that's the right way. Oh, that's caught. That's okay. Rotate the fist around there. This can close up. Right there. This can open up right here. And then again, you can just tab this in right there. Like that. Open up the hand to make sure to get the thumb out. Else the thumb will be stuck here. You get the thumb out right there. And then, right here, again, bend this a little bit so you can get this down right there. Let's straighten back out. And then bring these together. Tab it all together right here. Ooh, that closed back up because, of course, it did. Make sure it tabs everywhere, including at the wrist. Make sure that there's tabs right here that tab together. Right. If this doesn't keep closing on me. There's tabs right there. Make sure those tab together right there. And those tab together. And hand, wrist bits tab together. All of it tabs together. Give it a good squeeze. You might have to squeeze it good because knows I have to squeeze it pretty good before it all comes together. And once it does, it's, it'll lock together, but you might have to squeeze it a bit. And this bit right here, this is the other bit, yeah, because a lot of people get the combiner peg wrong. This is the other part people get wrong. This part right here, you want to bring this down, and this will come down like this, and that will cover up that hole. And once you've done that, you can then rotate the wrist right here. And once you've done that, congratulations, you have gotten him into arm mode. Ta-da! So yeah, that's the big thing right there. Is the two big things are this thing right here. A lot of people get this wrong, and the position. They often will rotate this backwards. They'll put this in the wrong spot. They'll put this in the wrong spot. They'll put that in the wrong spot. They'll often put it up higher or put it down or whatever, and wonder why it's so loose and bad feeling. And it's because it's not locked in properly. But once you lock it in properly, everything's dead solid. So yeah, there you go. That's the arm mode. So getting him into back to robot mode. So first, take this and rotate the hand back like this. Go ahead and straighten out the arm if it's all bent or whatever. Then we'll untap. We'll bring this up a bit. I'll get it out of the way. Then untab everything right here. Close up these knee pieces right there. Like that. Right here, you can go ahead and open this up, and then open this up, and then close the hands up. You make sure, absolutely certain it's as flat as possible. You want to make sure that looks like that, and these are as flat as possible, so it'll fit into the space right here, like that. Close that up right there. Actually, close it up, and then make sure this tabs in right there, and that will kind of hold it in place. It's supposed to, yes, it's supposed to sit like that. Then bring the toe out and slide it down, and bring it up right here, like that. Bring the heel back, and then rotate it around right here, like that. Looks like that. Go ahead and close this up right here, and then take the, and then right here, you go ahead and take the leg and extend it, and to make sure these lock, I twist it, and that will lock those in place. Now let's twist the plastic, and there you go. And same thing on this side. Open this up, open this bit up right here. Make sure again to fold the thumb like this and fold it down right there. Close this up over top and make sure again that it's squared up as make it as square as possible. Rotate it around and into there. Oh, this got caught in here. That's why. Okay. Rotate it there, and then close this up. Close it up, and then tab this in right there like that, as much as possible, and then close this up, and this will go ahead and tab that in right there. Like, oh, okay, I'm done right here. Okay, there we go. And then tab that in right there, and then bring this down, slide this down, bring it up right there, and bring this back, and then rotate the heel piece around, and there you go. And then finally, of course, right here for the leg, then extend the thigh right there, rotate it to get those to lock in place, and there you go. The legs are pretty much done. Come up here. Go ahead and rotate it. Yeah, rotate it right there like this, and bring this up and tab it in right there like that. That's the lower body done now. Now back here, you want to go ahead and just kind of bring these out like this, so you can untab that, bring it out, and open this up just for a little bit. So you can then untab these side pieces. Untab these and slide them out a bit so you can bring the arms out like that. Like that. And again, untab these side pieces. Slide them out and bring the arms out like that. Bring them out like that. Make sure you know that's a collapsed, and then go ahead and bring this up right here. Fold this down like this so you can bring it up right here and fold it down right here so it looks like that. And then take the central piece right here, this little piece. You want to bring this little piece right here. You want to bring that up right here like this. Bring this all the way down like that and bring that up. And this slider will go up right there, and that will kind of help lock things into place. There's that. And then right here, the arms, you want to go ahead and slide them up right here on the sliders. Make sure they go all the way up like that. And slide up at the slider and all the way up like that. And go ahead here, you can go ahead and bring this down. Make sure there's double hinge here, so make sure it goes down all the way. Comes down all the way right here like that. It comes over top of all that. Make sure the arm's out of the way too. Yeah. Then right here, you want to go and take these little panels right here and bring these out right there. Bring that out and then close this up right here. And this, yeah, this will go underneath the arm and, you know, make sure the arm doesn't slide down. Same thing here. Bring this little panel, this little bit out right here. That, and then close it up and make sure it goes all the way in. And now again, make sure the arm doesn't slide back down. Here you can go ahead and close this up now, like that. Close that up. And then bring this down right here, like this. And this thing right here, there's a little like tab right here, like this. And this is supposed to, you see there's a little notch in there, and that's supposed to kind of slide in there. It doesn't like hold super secure, but it's good enough. This you got to readjust so it sits like this. It's kind of a little spot in there for this little bit to sit in. Like that. And then you can bring these up, and they'll kind of notch over top right there. There's little notches right there. It'll just notch over top like that. Getting almost done there. We're almost done here. So go ahead and rotate the arm at the shoulder like that. And right here, what you want to do is rotate this piece right here. It's still forward. You want to rotate a piece like there, right there like that. Bring this forward like this and straighten that out like that. Yeah, unfold this, rotate it around right there like that, collapse it in like so, then bring this up, and this tab right here will go a little slot right there next to the screw. That, and then you can bring the shoulder in and rotate at the bicep. That, and slide this part in. See, there's a little tab right there. You can see that little tab in there, which will slide into a little notch on the shoulder, like that. Then you can bring the hand out and collapse the forearm and rotate the hand around. That's one arm done. Same thing on this side. Make sure it's still on forward of the butterfly joint. So you can then go ahead and bring the shoulder down like that. Bring this piece, bring it around on this little rivet right there. Bring this forward and then straighten that out right there. Undo this right here and rotate this piece around. Make sure it's forward and rotate this piece around like this. Close this up right here, like that. And then back here, again, this little bit right here, this little tab will go into the little notch right there in the next to the screw. Like that. You can bring it back right here. Rotate the forearm and the bicep, like so. Slide that in. Slide that piece in right there. Bring the hand out. Close the forearm up. Rotate the hand right there. And then finally, take the head, rotate that around. And there you go. There is Ventus in his robot mode. See, I would say, yeah, overall, it's not actually as bad as a lot of people think. I think are presenting it. The instructions are not helping on that front. The instructions are actually pretty bad in some ways, but in some ways, in other ways, they're fine. There's definitely some parts where I was looking at the instructions and going, wait, what? That can't be right. But yeah, I think the two biggest problems are these panels on the arms, the combiner peg port, and honestly, people messing up how to do the lower body for combined mode. I think the big watch out parts. Everything else is actually fairly straightforward. Even and of course, the other thing is making sure to do everything in the correct order is the other thing. And that's the other thing. That's supposed to. There's a little notch here for that tab. That's what it was. it'll just go in properly. There we go. I didn't get quite that lined up. Yeah, that's notch is supposed to go, that little tab's supposed to go a little notch right there. That holds it nicer in place versus what I was doing. It was slightly bending the rotor blades. Yeah. Yeah, overall, the biggest thing just simply is doing things in the right order, and then also dealing with these panels, and and also getting these arms fully tabbed into the body for the helicopter mode can be a bit of a pain too, just because it's a lot of stuff in the sliders and everything you have to do kind of all at once and just kind of get it all tabbed together in one go. But if you figure that out, it's actually not too bad. So there you go. That's the full transformation. I hope this was helpful if you're struggling with this guy. Yeah, so you know, I hope you found this informative. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I'll still see you next time, and then in the next in the video review or the transformation or the review for the full combined mode. So see ya.